This is what your rank says about you in League of Legends. From giving a brief description to what each player is like in each rank, to breaking down the three main components of said rank. That is going to be mechanics, game knowledge, and champion mastery. Now, starting things off with iron and bronze. I'm going to put both of these in the same category just because they are very, very similar. I feel like there is no real distinctive difference between these ranks. If you are in iron or bronze, chances are you just don't care enough about League of Legends to rank up and improve at the game. You're somebody that plays very casually, you like to have fun in this game, which is something that I applaud you for because I personally just don't be having fun in this game anymore. Now, if you are somebody that is in these ranks and you do want to improve at the game, chances are your peripherals are just not the best. You probably don't play on the best monitor. You probably don't have the best gaming setup. You're probably trying to 1v5 kite on your laptop while laying back on your couch while drinking a cold one. Overall, you really just don't care about the game. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, when it comes to mechanics in both of these ranks, this is the bottom of the barrel. This is as low as it can possibly get. You guys are the worst players mechanically for a reason, and it shows in your gameplay. Chances are you play on a locked camera, timing of abilities and spells and cooldowns are just non-existent at these ranks. Skill shots are missed, I'd say about 70% of the time. Flashes won't even go through certain walls because people are just hitting the walls directly at this point. Minimap awareness is 0 to none. Overall, these players are just bad at the game. Game knowledge at these ranks is a myth, it does not exist. But chances are as well, they don't know what every single champion in the game does, which can be the biggest deciding factor whether or not if they improve or not. You can forget the whole 5v5 team aspect of League in these ranks. It does not exist. Every single game is just a clown fiesta and a free-for-all. It's every man for themselves, kill or be killed. Champion mastery is horrible. Everyone's just playing whatever they feel like at that certain point in time. There are no such thing as mains down here because people are so quick to switch off of a champ if it doesn't work in their first game after auto-locking it. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Moving up in the ranks, now we have silver. Now, I just want to get one thing straight to all the people who are stuck in silver. You guys are average. That does not mean that you guys are good at the game by any stretch of the imagination. You guys still have a lot of things to work on. When it comes to mechanics in silver, timing of abilities and spells are somewhat getting there now. People are starting to realize that ultimates actually have long cooldowns versus the shorter ones. Skill shots are still not there. They're still trying to play these mechanically intensive champions that require a lot of mechanical aim, to which they will only land about 45% of their skill shots. And that's on a good day. Flashes are still horrible at this rank. People will panic flash. Some flashes will not even go through walls. They'll still hit walls. Once in a blue moon, these players will flash a Malphite ult or a Sejuani ult or something along those lines and feel like they're on top of the world. Minimap awareness in silver still does not have no impact on the overall gameplay. If they do actually look at it in this rank, chances are it'll be maybe a couple times during the game, but they won't use it proactively at all. Game knowledge is sort of getting there. People are starting to understand what every single champion in the game does. Silver players will always remember their Kryptonite's ultimates, aka the champions that they despise playing against. Back timings are still horrible at this rank. Wards still do not exist. People are running in and out of the jungle, going through bushes like it's Silent Hill. Silver players know it's important to get the dragon, but what they don't understand is not every single dragon is worth contesting. Silver players are just slightly better than bronze and iron players. There is no real difference when it comes to their gameplay. If you look at them side by side, it would be really hard to tell the difference between the two. Champion mastery in silver is still bad. People are still picking what they believe is the best winning champ because they're looking at the win rates, when really they should just be playing something that they like to play. You'll occasionally find somebody who mains bot lane, but then one day they just want to play jungle, to which they will have no impact on the game and then you'll end up just losing the game. And that goes for every role in this rank. Moving up in the ranks, we are now at gold. If you are gold in League of Legends, kudos to you. You are above average. You are actually decent at this game. You understand the fundamentals of a 5v5 game as complex as League, but you still don't have all the important stuff mastered yet. Now, when it comes to mechanics, timing of abilities and spells in gold is getting better now. People are landing their skill shots. So you'll see a lot of Zed, Yasuo, LeBlanc, Ahri, champions that require a lot of skill shots. That doesn't mean they're going to land them all, but they will land a decent amount in this rank. You'll be surprised. Flashes are getting better at this rank. They're using their flashes more aggressively to make a play rather than running for their life. In gold, there are two types of players. There are the people that are making plays, and there are the people who are afraid to make the plays. Which brings me to my next point. Minimap awareness is starting to get better at this rank. Now, they're not looking at the minimap constantly and proactively, but when they do, they can recognize when a play is winnable. From the mid laner roaming down bot lane who's overextended, they help their team get a double kill, to which then that transforms into a Drake. Don't sleep on gold players, they're actually getting it. They're starting to understand the way how things work now. Game knowledge at this rank is starting to get somewhat decent. Players are actually buying wards, doesn't mean they're placing them in the right spots, but they are aware of how important they can really be at this rank. Back timings are still bad at this rank. People still don't understand how important it is to get back to lane in time so you don't miss out on XP. Rotations in gold are pretty bad. People still don't know where they're really moving. They're just going wherever they feel like still. Your mid laner in gold will go catch Sidewave and prioritize that over Soul, to which you guys are now a man down and now you guys can't win the 4v5. Players in gold will split push without their teleport being up or them not even running teleport for some weird reason. People will force the most random barons in this rank thinking that it'll work out when the enemy team still has their jungler up. Overall, game knowledge is still really bad at this rank. If you simply know these concepts over gold players, you can get out of this rank pretty easily. Games will drag on over the 40-minute mark in these games because they'll just keep constantly going back and forth. Champion mastery in gold is starting to get better now. People actually have a champion that they main. Chances are they can play one of two roles. At this rank, they know what every single champion in the game does. That doesn't mean they know how to counter every single champion, but they know what all of the spells do, which is vital. But that's pretty much all there is to gold. Moving up from gold, we have platinum. If you are platinum in league, you are good at this game. You're above average and you probably like to brag about it with your friends who are bronze and silver and iron. You probably play champs that are so mechanically intensive like Katarina, LeBlanc, Akali, etc. So when you pull off that 1v4 clutch in that normal game with your friends, you just feel like the fucking man. Now platinum players, not saying all of them, but the vast majority suffer from this one thing: ego. Plat players' egos are so fragile that if you give them the smallest bit of constructive criticism, depending on the player, they might just throw your game because they don't want to listen to you. Now, when it comes to mechanics in Platinum, these players got the game down. Timing of abilities and spells is very well executed in this rank. Plat players will punish you if you use the wrong ability at the wrong time. Skill shots are landed the vast majority of the time in this rank. Doesn't mean they're perfect, but they do hit their stuff. Flashes are 50-50 in this rank. Either they will make the craziest play with their flash, or they will make the dumbest play and throw the game. All because they feel like they have to be the hero of this game and carry everybody in the 1v9 mentality. Minimap awareness is there to a certain degree, but it's still not perfect. And the reason why it's not perfect is because they are still not doing the one fundamental thing that lets you see anything on the minimap: wards. Plat players don't ward at all. You would think they do because they look at the minimap, but that doesn't mean that they're going to get any sort of advantage because there's nothing to see because there's no wards on the map. Because their mechanics are so good, they feel like they don't need to spend that 75 gold to get a control ward. They feel like they can just face check a Yi who's fucking 9-0 with Hail of Blades and just fucking outplay them like they're Faker. Back timings in Plat are 50-50. You'll get people who understand they need to back at this certain time, and you'll get the players who ego and just overstay and then they'll end up throwing the lane. Rotations in Platinum are starting to finally come together. People understand that if they get a pick, now they have an advantage towards that neutral objective. Now, the part where they fall flat is chances are they'll get overly aggressive because they feel like they can just clean wipe them when they don't need to wipe them. All you need is just a pick, and they'll end up throwing their lead, giving the enemy an advantage to contest that neutral objective. With that being said, rotations are still all over the place. People still moving wherever they feel like. They'll still split push without teleport. As far as game knowledge goes in Platinum, they know what they have to do to win the game, but they're just too lazy, or chances are they just don't feel like doing what's necessary to win. Platinum players will force the most random fights that make absolutely no sense because they have a 2-3 kill lead, to which they'll overstay and end up throwing their lead, and now the game keeps dragging on. If you are stuck in this rank, I'm going to tell you the best tip of advice, and it's to mute everybody in the chat. Plat players have nothing nice or productive to say, so if you want to climb out of this rank and you feel like you are better than the players at this rank and you're struggling to get out, just mute everybody. Champion mastery in Plat is there. You'll see a lot of one tricks at this rank. Chances are the vast majority of players in this rank got to this rank by maining one champ. Now, this is a good thing and a bad thing because they can play this champ at a very high level, but when that champion gets banned, they are fucked. They know what every single champion in the game does, and they know to a certain degree what to do against every said champ. Moving up from Platinum, now we are putting low Diamond and Emerald. The reason why I say low Diamond is because the difference between someone who's Diamond 4 to Diamond 1 is too massive, and I can't just elaborate all that on one segment, so that's going into the next segment. If you are low Diamond or Emerald in this game, pat yourself on the back a little bit. Give yourself a round of applause. You've made it to a rank that only 3% of players have even reached. Mechanics in low Diamond / Emerald are so fucking good. They're getting clean. Combos are being landed without them even thinking about it. Timing of abilities and spells is amazing. They understand what to do in certain matchups and what not to do in others. Skill shots will be landed the vast majority of time at these ranks. So if you overstep or misposition, you will be punished at these ranks. Flashes are really fucking good at this rank. People will do some of the most craziest things mechanically at these ranks, especially coming from one tricks. Minimap awareness is starting to get really damn good at this rank. And the reason why it's starting to get good is because these players actually ward on the map. They understand how crucial it can be for one of their teammates to get caught out because the tri-bush and bot lane was not warded at the right time. Game knowledge at these ranks is looking better than ever. One mid-game fight at these ranks can swing all the tempo onto the other side because people are starting to understand that after they win a team fight, they now have to push and end the game. If you misposition right before an important objective at these ranks and get caught out, you can be the deciding factor whether or not if your team will end up having a chance at that fight to which the tempo will be swung in the other way or in your favor. Back timings in low diamond and emerald are solid at these ranks. They understand when it's the right time to back, especially in the laning phase. Now, when it comes to the mid game, I wouldn't say they're 100% there yet. Now, where these players fall flat is they won't play to their win conditions and they will lose the game because they take a bad fight in the early game, mid game. For example, if you're a jungle main in this rank and your bot lane is 0-10 and your top lane is 8-0, you need to play with your win condition. If you don't play for your win conditions at this rank, you will not climb. You need to minimize risk and play with what you know is going to work in that next play. Champion mastery at emerald and low diamond is pretty damn good. They can play the vast majority of roles at a decent level. They know what every single role and champion the game does. They still have their main roles and their main champs, but if they are autofilled, it is not the end of the world because they have a general grasp of what every single champion in the game does and what the team needs to win the game. Last but not least, we are going to touch on Diamond 1 and above. If you are Diamond 1 and above in League, chances are you're probably not even watching this video. You're probably streaming, you're probably making content, or you're probably some sort of coach because you realize that you've put so much time into getting good at this game that you might as well just get paid from it or make some sort of living off of it. Now, when it comes to mechanics of anyone who's Diamond 1 and above, these guys are not fucking around. They are the best of the best for a reason. They are in the 0.01% of players in League. It simply will not get any better than them unless if they're an actual pro player. You will see these guys do some inhumane shit. You'd probably think it's an AI playing the game just seeing how crazy good mechanically these guys are. The timing of abilities and spells is damn near perfect, as good as the human brain can possibly get. These players track summoner spell cooldowns, ability cooldowns, ultimates better than anyone else at this game. Skill shots are landed the vast majority of the time, and I say that because they're not perfect, they're still human, so they're not going to just land literally everything. But you bet your ass that they will hit those skill shots on you. One tricks at this rank are absolutely scary. You can expect the best of the best when it comes to a particular one trick at these ranks. They got to this rank with that one champ for a reason because they are the absolute best of the best with that one champion.
What the fuck, Riven? Go away.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
What? Oh my. Even the knockout? Oh.
Oh my god.
Minimap awareness is damn near perfect at this rank. These players will be looking at the minimap every 2 to 3 seconds and spot every single minute little detail on the map. These players will use the minimap as an advantage to absorb information and plan out their next play. Warding is absolutely vital, and you will see it almost everywhere. Invades are very hard to pull off at this rank as people are very proactive at the start of the game. They don't just sit in the fountain and wait for the minions to come. The moment the game starts, they can anticipate an invade just by looking at the enemy's composition, and they'll be the first ones to drop wards to counter the invade. Back timings in Diamond 1 and above are damn near perfect. They know when to back at any point in the game, from the laning phase to the mid game down to the late game. Rotations and objective control in Diamond 1 and above are so good. These players will average really high CS numbers. We're talking 9 to almost 10 CS per minute and manage a high KP percentage most of the time in their games. Game knowledge at this rank is so damn good. These guys are literal encyclopedias of League. They know everything in and out of this game. They've been playing this game for way too damn long at this point. Champion mastery at Diamond 1 and above. These guys are the best of the best. These guys can play every single role, every single champion in the game to a certain extent. Even if they never played that champion, they know after playing against them so many times what they're supposed to do when they're playing that champion. Overall, Diamond 1 and above, there's not much else to say. These guys are the best of the best for a reason. They've put the most work in and the most time into this game to get good at it. But that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys like this video, as I had so much fun making it, leave a like. And if you want to support me and support the channel, Be sure to subscribe, as I'll only bring you guys more videos like this in the future. As someone who's played League for over 10 years now, it was only right that I made some sort of video like this. But have a great rest of your day, and take care.